How the internet has affected our world. If the internet hasn't affected our world today, there's every possibility that you would not even know about my channel. So welcome to my channel, guys. I hope you'll find our discussion for today very interesting. It's going to be. We will be talking about how the internet has affected our world today. Over the years, the world has gotten more civilized in many ways. We now call people instead of having to wait for a long time before we can pass any information to them. We now travel with cars, airplanes, helicopters, and so on, instead of donkeys or our feet. We now have different automobiles, computer gadgets, robotic or artificial intelligence devices, down to the internet and different things that are yet to evolve. As we move from one era to another, civilization has become limitless. The world won't stop evolving, and the best place to get information about these things is the internet. Has the internet affected our world positively or negatively? Well, let's find out. Note, I will make comparisons between the olden days and our world today. 1. We think less. Before now, there were topics that we couldn't just talk about or write about without proper research or taking our time to think deeply about. But today, the internet has opened us up to various ways to get quick answers without having to think about a thing. Take, for instance, if you want to convert one currency to another, like an American dollar to a Nigerian naira, you don't have to ask people or make calculations when you can simply take out your smartphone and ask Google. This way, the internet makes us worry less, as we know we can always find up-to-date answers to things we don't know anytime. 2. We are open to more information. The internet has gotten us exposed to more information, sometimes even more than we need. In the olden times, people's knowledge was limited to what they discussed with other people, what they heard from friends, and what they read from scrolls. But in our world today, you can be an art student and still have vast knowledge in chemistry. Courses like content writing, digital marketing, computer coding, and so on are now available on the internet, and you can learn from scratch, i.e. if you don't have any idea about it before, till you become a pro. Yeah, it's the internet. 3. Communication. Communication, they say, is key. And today, the internet has helped and is still helping to hold the bridge of communication and has made it very easy. We have various social media platforms where we can chat with friends, either long-distance friends or ones we see every day. There will not be a need for a break in communication when we are still chatting on platforms like Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and so on every day. You don't even have to wait for years to see your loved ones when you can communicate via Skype, where you'll be able to see each other. 4. The place to find the right words. If you're meeting someone for the first time and you don't know what to say to them, or you don't want to bore them with irrelevant talks, then you should use the internet. On platforms like Google, where you can search for anything, you will get a lot of ideas and after reading a lot of results. I can bet that you'll be ready for that meeting with some interactive and funny topics on your mind in no time. Even in the place of business, if you don't know how to organize your thoughts for a presentation, or you don't know what to say, use the internet. It will give you enough basic ideas, which you can build on for an excellent result. 5. Learn new languages. You don't have to be in a particular country or state before you can learn their language. You can reside in New York and learn the language of the Philippines. I've tried learning Korean myself, and guess what? It worked! The internet has platforms where there are teachers of all kinds of languages, made ready for you and to learn. This will even help you as a business person if you understand several languages. You will be able to get more clients and customers for your services when you can speak different languages. For instance, if you need or want to establish your business in a country like China or Spain, then you must learn their language to an extent for easier communication. Remember that communication is key. 6. Sell your work to the world. Don't just sit in your store or shop waiting for customers to troop in. Well, except for miracles. The internet is open for you to show your skills, share your crafts, and sell your work. Apps like Fiverr and Upwork will help you as a content writer to render your services and get paid for them. The world has gone digital, and the rate of people who use the internet every day is more than those who don't. So, there's a possibility that about at least 100 people will see your work every day. Let's assume that 30 people out of the 100 decided to check your work out and patronize you every 3 days. Do the math of the profit and you will see how much value the internet has added to your work. Everything that has an advantage will have its disadvantage, so the last 4 points will buttress the disadvantages of the internet to our world today. 7. Exposure. We cannot deny the fact that being exposed is good, but we cannot close our eyes to the side effects of this exposure. Because of exposure, teenagers are now exposed to pornographic sites, betting sites, and a lot more on the internet. They learn different bad habits from the internet, and if they are not properly monitored, they can begin to cultivate these habits, which will be dangerous to them and the people around them. For instance, a child at school can show or teach another child a porn movie he or she saw on a website on the internet without the parent or teacher's consent. 8. You might lose your sanity. A lot of people use the internet to show off. This is more common on some platforms that are used for communication, posting of photos, and videos. Some of these people are not what they claim to be at all. They live a fake rich life on the internet and leave a poor life in reality. These things can affect you if you're not careful. It can make you suffer from an inferiority complex, because you might feel like you can never be up to the standard of these people, or never be wanted by them. Sometimes they might be friends you haven't seen in a long time, and this will give you the motive that they are doing far better than you. Even when you're very hardworking, it can make you feel worthless for not seeing many changes in your life or business in a while. There's a need for moderation with the use of the internet, and do not believe everything you see on it. 9. Home for fraudsters. Just like people living fake lives on the internet, it has also become a home for fraudsters who impersonate or claim to be who they're not. You can tell from the rate of cybercrime. There have been several reported cases of people getting text messages or emails from these impersonators who claim to be working with a particular bank, and will ask for their bank details to help them rectify an issue with their bank. They use this format to get people's details, and fraud them of huge amounts of money. These fraudsters sometimes hack people's social media accounts, and use them to ask for money. They tend to lie about incidents like accidents, a sick relative in a hospital, and so on. This act is to get the friends of the person they're impersonating to take pity on them and send money to the account number that they drop online. Always confirm before making any financial transaction or before clicking any link in your mail. 10. Getting addicted. It is very easy to get addicted to the internet. There are many chatting platforms, online game platforms, music platforms, and so on, and if you're not careful, you can get carried away and will find out that you have wasted almost all of your time on the internet. As much as you can use the internet for a lot of good things, do not use all your time on it and try not to get addicted to it. Staying on the internet all day long will expose you to things that you do not need. Therefore, there is a need for moderation. Balance it with other things to avoid procrastination. We have come to the end of today's video of how the internet has affected our world. I hope you learned from it, and I hope you like it. Make sure you like and subscribe to this video. Also, don't forget to turn on the notification bell to get new videos from this channel. Bye!